happy Summerween day 6. And it is actually morning in this video and not like 11:30 like it's been in all of my other videos, because I stay up so late to edit and get these posted so that they're available quickly the next morning. And some of y'all have been with me this whole entire time I've been doing Summerween, and like, you are so quick to comment that I'm already asleep by the time you've commented. So if you've been hanging out with me this whole week, it means so much. Thank you so much. But it is like 8:20 in the morning, which I know as a teacher that's not early, but in the summertime I revert back to my teenage ways and will sleep in as late as possible. So it's early, and therefore I have coffee. And it's early because me and my friend's tattoo appointment is at 9 this morning, which means I need to get dressed and get going pretty soon. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be pretty hydrated, so I'm gonna make myself a water before I go. But let's talk really quick about the tattoo. So I'm not gonna show you a picture of it yet, but I will let you know that it is dragon themed. And the whole reason that this tattoo discussion came about with me and my coworker, who is also one of my dearest friends, is because we were both reading Fourth Wing at the same time, and we really obviously liked the dragons. And so we started being like, okay, well, what if we get a dragon tattoo? And at first we were like, well, what if it's Fourth Wing themed? And I got very hesitant about that because I was like, I loved the first book, but what happens if I don't love any of the other books in the series? Or even if I don't love just one book in the series? I didn't want a book that I ended up not enjoying, like, forever imprinted on my arm. And so then I started thinking about just dragons in general and like the fantasy genre. I wanted this to be an ode to all dragons I love. So Game of Thrones, obviously in Throne of Glass, it's a wyvern and not a dragon, but still the same general theme, and just dragons in fantasy literature in general. There's a dragon in one of my favorite middle grade books, The Two Princesses of Bamar by Gail Carson Levine. And so dragons are just this motif that keeps popping up in books that I love. And so instead of getting a book-specific dragon, I just wanted to get a dragon, and I also wanted to make sure it incorporated some things that were important to me, so like flowers, and I wanted it to feel very dainty and feminine while still being a dragon, because a lot of the inspiration pictures I saw were like very scary, ferocious looking dragons, and obviously dragons, if they were real, they'd be ferocious. They'd be like the scariest dinosaurs around. But I wanted to celebrate just the simplicity and the beauty of dragons, because scary things can still be pretty. And I've only gotten one tattoo before. It's on my foot, so I don't know if that's weird to show you, but it's Harry Potter themed. And when I first read Harry Potter book 7, the always line really stuck with me. And so I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, and some people's opinions have changed on whether that's even like as sweet of a line as it thinks, but it stuck with me. And so I have always on my foot, and I've thought about adding to that eventually with like a deer for a Patronus, but right now it just says always. So that's the only tattoo I've gotten. I got it when I was 20, and I still really, really love it. I remember it not hurting that much, so I don't know how mine's gonna feel. It's gonna be right here. We'll see. I'm gonna take you guys along though, and I need to get dressed and get going. My coworker is already on her way, so I need to get going. But today I'm just wearing a Pokemon shirt with all of the Eevee evolutions, because Eevee was one of my favorite OG Pokemon. I am a Pokemon girl. Biker shorts, and then just some little sneakers, because comfort today seemed important. I'm gonna make a water, grab some almonds to put in my purse, and get going. Guys, today's vlog is going to be shorter, and that's just because I am completely wiped, and I don't know why. I mean, I sort of know why. I got up way earlier than I've been getting up in the last couple of weeks to go get a tattoo, which technically is putting your body through trauma, and we were there from 9 to 3. I came home, ate lunch, napped from like 3 to 8, and I am still tired. So I'm not gonna be starting my last book of Summerween today. We will read that tomorrow, and it will be a great time. It's gonna be short. We're gonna read it in the dark. We're gonna do some color by number while we read. We're gonna finish our diamond painting tomorrow. We're gonna go to the gym tomorrow and do all the productive things, but today I just can't. Like, I wanna shower and make myself some vegetables, which is probably really weird. I just want vegetables for dinner. And I'm gonna go to sleep after curling up with a book. Now I am gonna start another book tonight, but it has nothing to do with Summerween. I really want some cozy vibes, and I hear that this book will do that for me. So I'm gonna start this. I won't finish it during Summerween, but it is pretty short, so I'll finish it soon. Y'all will get my thoughts soon. I hate that I missed out on the book club discussion with Liv's library for this, but I can go back and rewatch it. But let's start the tattoo experience, because it really was a great day. I woke up at like 7:15, made myself a cup of coffee to try and get energized for the day. Did it really work? Probably not, because I've been tired all day. But anyway, we got there. I ended up going first, and I sent him an inspiration picture that I found on Pinterest, and he used that to create the stencil. The way that tattoo artists use technology is truly amazing. So he went in and created the stencil in Procreate, printed it out, slapped it on my forearm. It actually is much bigger than I was anticipating it being because of all of the fine line work and detail work. But honestly, I couldn't be happier with the size of it and how much detail it's got and just how beautiful it is. Every time I hold it up, it's gonna be like upside down and crooked just because of its placement. But I am in love with it. It just captures all of the like whimsy of fairy tales and fantasy, but keeping the dragon like innocent and kind and beautiful instead of like mean and ferocious. Can you tell I'm a type 9? Like, I don't want a dragon that's gonna be a conflict problem. I want a dragon that's gonna be friends with everybody. And he's my little friend forever, or she, I don't know. Maybe I'll give her a name. What should my dragon's name be? It did not hurt me. It honestly was quite relaxing. He talked to me a whole lot about the process while he was doing it, and it was just a really, really good time. And I was so happy with the result when he was done. I couldn't stop looking at it, and mine has not bled at all. So when I was done, my friend got her tattoo done, and she got kind of like this piece that combined a bunch of pieces of ACOTAR and Throne of Glass and Fourth Wing together, and hers came out beautifully. He talked her into getting some like whimsical color coming out of one of the books, and I think hers hurt a little bit more than I did, and it also took a little bit longer than mine did, and I felt so bad because I couldn't stop yawning. I wasn't bored, I was just tired. It honestly was so nice going with a friend, and it was great that he was able to schedule both of us in that long period of time. We were the only ones in there for the longest time. A couple people came in to like inquire about quotes and stuff, but most of the time it was just us watching the Great British Bake Off. I think we went through like 6 episodes. It was a good time. And then I came back here and napped, but I'll put in a couple other pictures and like the time lapse of him doing the tattoo and all that stuff. So if you haven't watched it in this video yet, there it is. But should I ever need another tattoo, which at this point I'm like, duh, of course I'm gonna want another one. I will definitely be using him again. So it's great to find your tattoo person if you're interested in getting inked. And then to answer the question, like I'm sure some people are thinking of it, is what does your school think of teachers with tattoos? Do you have to cover it up? That kind of thing. No, I don't have to cover it up. There's, I would say at least 25% of the teaching population at my school probably has visible tattoos at this point. I can think of a lightsaber. I can think of somebody that's got like a full sleeve. Somebody's got a half sleeve. And they just wear dresses and go on with their life as long as it's not inappropriate or causing a distraction to the students. Like, it is what it is. Overall, like, it just doesn't end up being a big deal. When I first started teaching, I taught at a small little church school, and the one that I have on my foot, nobody ever told me I had to, but I just felt more comfortable covering it up every day. So I got like athletic tape and I would wrap it. But those days are long past. These days, teachers have nose rings, they have tattoos. They are like everybody else, and life is good because of it. But this truly makes me feel just like so hardcore and cool. And that's probably really cheesy and lame. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go so I can have a cozy night in and get this posted a little bit early and maybe try and get back on a normal sleeping schedule. So if you watched all of today's tattoo vlog, why don't you leave me a dragon emoji? Because duh. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in tomorrow's vlog, which will be the last vlog of Summerween. Can you believe I've done this every day? Bye, guys.